That's the truth. The client just isn't that. He's not a front man. He's not a leading person. He's not the face, the testicle. He's not. And as the headline says, he's not born to front documentaries. He's just not. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have, going through the camera, being able to speak to someone. He just doesn't have it. And what's sad is I've talked about thinking King Charles, thinking of his POV. I've talked about that before. You see your son. You did everything you possibly could for your son. You gave him an entire institution at his back, and he did everything. All the training, right? The most expensive schools, the best upbringing you could possibly have in the entire world. And that's what comes out. Oh, I love the ads. Oh. So that's what comes out. He doesn't wear a belt. Doesn't wear a tie. He looks like he hasn't showered. I don't even have to bring up a picture because you know what I'm talking about. We've all seen it. This man goes out in public looking like shit. It's real. And you have to feel for the king because as a parent, right, you say to yourself, that's what I raised. That's what I brought up. That's my son. Damn. It's not it. Harry is not it. And that's why you can really see Harry knows he's not it. He knows he's a loser. He knows when it comes to his family, he was always the second best. They were and it doesn't even have to do with William as king. Like, let's say the roles were reversed and Harry was going to become king and William was the second born. It's not about that. It's about the person. If Harry was going to become king, he would still be a douchebag. Right? He would still, because that's who he is. It would just be that he was born first and the entire world would be screwed because King Harry, oh Christ, that would be horrible. And then William would be the second born and William would be cool the way he is right now. That's what it is. But when it comes to Harry, he knows he's a loser. He's got nothing, no talent. The only thing he has going for him is his family's name. So you want to talk about documentaries? We could talk about the two biggest ones. Polo really wasn't his, but it was marketed as Harry's baby. Remember all that crap during that? Everything was about that. Harry's documentary, Harry's passion. Okay. So we had even said up to the run up of that. Oh, well, he's going to put his face. That's the first thing we're going to see. Just like Heart of Invictus. Exactly. Just like Heart. It was going to be. Remember when he did it? Oh, my name's Harry. Hi, my name's Harry. Idiot. See, and we would have made fun of him for that. Okay, fine. We made fun of him because he put his face on the documentary. But at least then it would have been something. No, dude, it was ass because Harry chose for it to be this way. See, this one, right there. Remember that? Right there. Hi, my name's Harry. It's not even about you. What are you doing on the screen? And then you think about it, right? Think about that. The polo is about you. Oh, the polo is your thing. That was the whole point. Imagine the Netflix executives when they got the actual show and then they watched it and they're like, what the shit is this? And they're like, yeah, what's going on here? And the Sussex representative is like, what do you mean? Well, you said this documentary was going to about Harry's passion, love of polo. That's what you said. And then they're watching it, and we saw it. If you've seen it, it's just basically a documentary that could have been named something completely different, right? And about these people. Harry had nothing to do with it. He showed up one time. And I'm pretty sure the Netflix executives were expecting it to be about him. But no, what does he do? He makes the Heart of Invictus one, where it's supposed to be about the wounded veterans. Right? He makes that one about him. And then, as you can see right here, he goes into the forest. He has this one right here. He goes like into the forest for some reason. They go hiking. What does that have to do with the wounded veterans, Harry? It doesn't make any sense. So you just look at those two things. Not only does he make the wrong decisions, okay, of course, his fake black wife, Not only does he make the wrong decisions, but then when he's supposed to make the right decision, when it's supposed to be a big deal and make it a big deal, he flops because he just doesn't have it. That's why this says he's not born to front documentaries. He's not. And it's so sad because when you're talking about someone in the royal family, you're not going to tell me these people haven't gotten media preparation training, right? This is what they're going to ask. This is how they're going to see you. This is what they want. You know, that's training that they give you for your interactions with the media. But no, this guy doesn't get it. Oh, it is just the absolute worst, I swear. Commentator Ian Burrell, Harry was not born to front documentaries, and there it is right there, lacks the charisma to host lifestyle shows. He just doesn't have it. And you want to know what? That could even go into the podcast. Remember, he wanted to have a podcast? Okay, what, dude? He's not an entertaining person. He's lived off his name and image. What? What exactly would it be? I don't know. I seriously don't. How would it be? Hi. My name's Harry. With that deep, annoying, nasally British voice. Hi, my name's Harry. Like, okay, Harry, we get it. You really got high last night. And he's got a bunch of stuff up his nose. He claimed the Duke of Douchebag appears to be bereft of the ideas or contacts to generate interesting program formats. Are you trying to say he sucks? Okay, that's just saying he sucks in more words. I don't know. I feel that right now we would not be having this conversation if this was not true. If Harry was actually good at this, if he knew what he was doing, then this would have been a success by now. It's just the truth.